Hi, so I'm doing the wall ball routine, and before we get in it, just some simple directions. Make sure that you have plenty of backup balls on the ground near you. If you drop one, don't waste time going and chasing another one, get right back into it. Make sure that you're 5 yards away from the wall, so you're not too close and not too far. When you start doing your routine, make sure that you start the clock immediately. And the second you're done, stop the clock. You want to see how fast you can get through the whole routine. Some more stick related things: when you're in your right hand, you should be facing here. So if this is my wall, I'm facing the opposite wall right there, and vice versa with the left. If this is my wall, I'm facing here. For each set of things, it's 20. So you'll do 20 in your right, 20 in your left, and then you switch to the next one. So your biggest thing when you're doing the wall ball, make sure your stick's not stopping here and that you're flying all the way through. So our first one that we're doing is one hand. Your stick should be in the middle, and it's quick stick. So you're hitting it off the wall, catching it, and keep going. So you're doing it with your right, and then you're gonna switch immediately to your left. Notice how my body is still here. Your hip should come with you, but it's not standing like this. Then you're gonna do it in your left. Okay, then once you're done with the one handed, then you're putting both hands, your hands still in the middle, the other one's at the bottom of your stick. You're doing 20 in your right, 20 in your left. So it's here. Then switch to the left. Then the next one, you're still in quick stick, but now you are switching hands every time you don't have the ball. So when you're hitting the wall, you're boom, switching hands. Notice how my hips are turning with it. Then your next one is you're just doing a normal right hand, one cradle and out. So when you get off the wall, it's one little cradle and then you're getting it out. Then switching to your left after 20. The next one is catching off stick. So you're passing it normal, but you're catching it here. Make sure that your stick is in your shoulder area. It shouldn't be like all the way out here. That defeats the purpose. Your stick should almost be parallel. It could be a little crooked, but don't have it like this, because your arms are gonna get stuck. So again, that's 20 with your right, 20 with your left. So when I catch it over here, I immediately bring it over. Don't leave it here, you'll get checked, so bring it right over. Then once you're done with the right, then you're here with your left. Okay, then your next one is you're throwing with your offhand. So this one I think is like the biggest thing that you need to pay attention to. So it's kind of easy to just go like this, but when you do that, then your hands are kind of stuck. So what you want to do is you want to cradle out and then cradle over. So you see how, so you put your stick fully out like this, then you're gonna come here. Notice how my hand is turning when I'm making that motion. Same thing with your left, cradle out, cradle over. See how my arms are up? This makes the pass easier. Make sure your hands are free versus here when they're kind of enclosed. Cradle out, cradle over, catch. Cradle out, cradle over, catch. Cradle out, cradle over. Notice how it's just one fluid motion. Then you switch to your left after 20, and it's the same thing. You can catch normal, but then you're throwing it off stick. So that's the first part of the progression. So the next one is a split dodge. And so you're gonna pass it with your right, catch it, split dodge, pass it with left, split dodge. Make sure when you're doing that split dodge, you're really getting low into that V. Your shoulders are coming with, so it's not just here, you're getting low with it. And you're doing 20. So it's here, split dodge, here. Notice how my shoulders are still facing those opposite walls in each hand. Then next is Twizzler. So we're gonna get back. You're gonna step with this leg, this is your right leg, on my right hand. You're bringing it here, your stick is parallel, you're turning and bouncing off the wall. So make sure that you're really getting that spin with it and that you're flicking your wrist as you're doing that. So I'm here. So that was a little rough. But then you're doing the same thing with your left hand. This leg is coming over, you're bringing it here, turning and out. So make sure when you're turning it, you're going outside first. Don't come inside and go all the way around. You're stepping this way. Step. then after Twizzlers, we're going into fake with a sidearm. So if you're starting with your right, my hands are still here, my body's still facing here. You're faking up, then sidearm. Fake up, sidearm. Fake up, sidearm. Then switch it into your left, same thing. Fake up, sidearm. Fake up. So when you're sidearming, make sure that your hands are up and you're flicking with your wrist. That bottom wrist is gonna do a lot of action for you. So next we're doing behind the backs. So your arms are here. I'm still in the same kind of position. When you do that, you're still facing sideways. So if I'm on my right, I'm facing this. If you're more dominant with your left hand, here. And your biggest thing is the ball's gonna go wherever your head goes. I like to get it a little farther in front of me, so when I catch it, that it's like here, versus if you do it straight back, you're trying to catch it like this. And again, this is your dominant hand, 20 with your dominant hand. So you're here. Okay, so last one is around the world. So instead of coming off your closest shoulder, you're going around the opposite. So if in your right hand, you're going off here. So when you're on the wall, you're here and around, and vice versa in your left. Instead of coming off this shoulder and facing this way, you're gonna face the opposite direction and come off that shoulder. So I'm gonna do it on my left hand. So those weren't perfect, but that's just kind of how you do it.